The last example from our quiz today is cotangent of 2 theta equals 1 half times cotangent theta minus tan of theta. So let's go ahead and rewrite cotangent of 2 theta as a tangent. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this as 1 over tangent of 2 theta. That can be rewritten as using our rule for the double angle formula. That'd be 1 over 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan squared theta. And we can go ahead and flip that fraction. So I've got 1 minus tan squared theta over 2 tan theta. Next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is pull out a fraction of 1 half. So it's going to give us 1 half. We'll pull out that 2 from the denominator, really. So I've got 1 half times 1 minus tan squared theta over tan of theta. All right, so we're almost there. We've got this 1 half part. Well, let's go ahead and pull these fractions apart. So I have 1 half times 1 over tan theta minus tan squared theta over tan of theta. 1 over tan theta, that's cotangent. Tan squared theta over tan of theta is just tan of theta. So that's how we get to our desired answer. Now I'm going to work through a few examples from the section 6.4 worksheet. You can also go back and rewatch the section 6.4 videos if you have any questions. So I'm going to work from left to right. If I have cotangent of theta squared, that equals, using our trig identities, cosecant squared theta minus 1. And then what I would do is I kind of notice that this right here looks a lot like this. This is a difference of the product of a sum and a difference. So this would factor to x plus 1 times x minus 1. Thusly, why did I say thusly? Cosecant theta minus 1 will equal cosecant of theta. These should all be thetas or x's. I'm sorry, I switched halfway through. Cosecant of theta minus 1 times cosecant of theta plus 1. In this next example, I have 1 plus cosecant x over secant x equals cosecant x plus cotangent x. Why don't we go ahead and rewrite these in terms of sign? So I have 1 plus cosecant x, well that's 1 over sine x, over secant x, which is 1 over cosine x. Let's make our numerator one fraction so we can go ahead and divide. That'd be sine x over sine x plus 1 over sine of x over 1 over cosine x. So that gives me sine of x in my denominator and sine x plus 1 in my numerator, all over 1 cosine x. Now when we multiply fractions, we keep the first fraction the same. We change from division to multiplication and we flip our second fraction. That gives me cosine of x sine x plus cosine x all over sine of x. We're going to go ahead and rewrite these and pull these fractions apart. So I have cosine x sine x over sine of x plus cosine x over sine of x. You can see these sine of x's are going to cancel, so I'm left with cosine of x, and cosine x over sine of x is cotangent of x. And that's how I got to my final answer. Let's work through this last example. If you have requests for any more, let me know. I'm available all weekend. But I want cosecant of x, cosine of x times cosecant of x times tan of x equals 1. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite all of these as in terms of sine and cosine. So I've got cosine x, cosecant is 1 over sine of x, tan of x is sine of x over cosine x. So if I multiply all these together, I get cosine x sine of x over cosine x sine of x, which beautifully cancels out to 1. So I hope this bonus video was helpful, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me before our next exam.